Hi, I'm Debbie and welcome to my channel Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing our long reading for the month of August for my Geminis. Hello my Geminis, how are you? Oh, we're in August, which is a wonderful thing for my Geminis. I think it's great because all of that air energy on July was weird. But because this is the long reading, I am using 3 decks of cards. I use my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards. It gives me that main message. Then I follow through with my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards, kind of fills in the gaps, and then I finish with my Osha Zen Tarot cards. And I look at those as what advice you might need. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay, now, I have a little snippet. It's 5.5 minutes, and I'm going to insert it. And so if you want to pass it up, then pass up 5.5 minutes starting now. So let's talk about August. Thank goodness we have August. July's energy was just all over the place. You know, eclipses, solar eclipses, lunar eclipses, Mercury retrograde, all these other planets retrograde. August will be almost like a vacation. It will be calmer. And the neat thing about this is that we are in Leo season now, the first beginning of August till the 23rd when we transition to Virgo season. And because of the way the planetary alignment is, because this is one of the more powerful astrological years, this is going to be about clarity. This is going to be about honesty. This is going to be about fulfilling destiny. This is going to be about, no shadows, no shadows. Anything's possible. Honesty, okay? If you're going to lie, let me give you fair warning. If you're going to lie about something, it's going to be revealed. Because remember all of that activity in July and what I talked about with the longer readings in July, this energy will go through December when the next eclipse is here. It is going to be about honesty and revealing what was hidden. So that's really, do not, try to stay on the straight and narrow, okay? Not even little tiny fibs. Now, couple of things. The new moon, I'm going to look at my notes. The new moon, July 31st through August 1st. Now, it's interesting because this brings the second new moon in July, but it also is the first new moon for August because the next new moon, now that new moon is in Leo, the next new moon will be in Virgo, and that's August 30th. So, we also have our planets. Some are still going to be retrograde, but Mercury goes direct July 31st through, goes direct and transitions July 31st to August 1st. There's still going to be that 2-week shadow period when all, retrogrades. It gives a little bit of time to stabilize that energy and to get them where they started from. So that will bring us up to that August 14th, 15th, when the full moon is here, and that will be in Aquarius. Aquarius is about dreaming and dreaming big. Now, with this Leo energy and Aquarius being the mirror to Leo, and this Leo energy is going to be also about honesty. It's also going to be about being the person you're meant to be. It's going to be about, no shadows, anything is possible. It's going to be a very positive energy, but more so with that energy will be more from the 15th until the 23rd, okay? Once that shadow of Mercury is completely lifted. Couple of other planets, though, you want to be aware of is Jupiter goes direct August 11th. Jupiter is a very strong, powerful planet. It's also a playful planet, too. Then we have, these planets are all retrograde all through August. That's Chiron, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto. All of them are retrograde. They're very shadowy planets. So they're revisiting the shadows. They're revisiting the secrets. They're going to be pulling things up. Now, we go to into Virgo, August 23rd. And Virgo then, all the things that were happening in the beginning of August, the things that were being put into place, the the positive moves, all of that good energy becomes put into a more stable environment. So it's like, there might be this change, especially like I said, through the, like that 15th through the 23rd, but it's like good positive things. You're figuring out what you want to be, who you want to be, what do I want to be when I grow up. And then once that kind of gets put into place, it's kind of like a puzzle. You're getting all those pieces put together, and it's a very true and honest puzzle. Then Virgo comes and it solidifies. It puts like that plastic over the puzzle, and it makes that puzzle a more stable piece. Okay? And it's also, now this is something, and I'm going to post the article on my Facebook page, but I really love this. This is about all, again, I talked to you about it in July, but this is again about karma. This is about karma. This is about, liars being revealed. I want to say liar, liar, pants are on fire. But this is about karma. So this month is going to be, I feel, a very positive month for our viewers because, we try to be on the straight and narrow, but I feel it's going to be a much easier month to navigate through. Okay? Okay. So now on to your reading. Bye-bye. So you can see that the month of August may or will be a little calmer with the energy. You're an air sign, and it's kind of like, I'm sure that July was like all these things zapping into your brain, and you've just been, you've done a really good job, but it must have been extremely annoying. But let's go ahead and start. Okay, remember that full moon is going to be in August 15th. So that first half of the month is going to be a little bit still odd with Mercury going, the shadow of Mercury retrograde, but we don't have all of those eclipses. But I just talked about that. But that energy still will be going through the end of the year. So December, until our next eclipse. The reason I'm mentioning this for you is that this is, again, I know I talked about it, but this is about secrets being revealed. Now, you may have secrets that you don't want revealed, or you may find out that somebody close to you had secrets that is now revealed. Okay, first card. Okay, all three cards are face down. The middle one is reversed. The first card is King of Earth. Okay, Earth energy, very solid energy, money energy, Virgo, and we're going to be going into Virgo. So I really look at, I look at towards our Virgo season that if there is any money that you are waiting for, that it might be released towards that Virgo season, because I do feel, now it's Earth energy, it's solid, it could be about home, it could be about family also. And it's, besides Virgo, it's Taurus and Capricorn too. But I really feel that, if you're looking for a job, this would be I think that the job will come then in Virgo season. You still need to do your prep work now. But I'm feeling more like settlements. I'm feeling more like, like offers of settlements for somebody. That, maybe, so offers of settlements, I'm going to tell you always have, make sure that you have somebody look over those contracts too. But the King of Earth is very, prosperous. The King of Earth has money coming in. The King of Earth, is the ruler. So I'm feeling that some money, I feel like money more towards that Virgo season. Generous, professional, responsible, practical. A successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. So if you are offered, you can feel very good about accepting it, but Midas touch. And, and I really, again, I'm feeling money. I'm feeling money. Now, I don't always feel that, but I do for you. Now, this next card is reversed, and this one is the Three of Air. Okay, air energy, your energy. This is you looking back. This is you feeling regrets. This is you feeling, why did I do it that way? Why did life give me lemons? Why can't I make lemonade out of my lemons? So I'm feeling some melancholy here. I'm not feeling new wounds. I'm not feeling like new hurts. It's more a looking back type of thing. It's like, and so be aware of this. So it's kind of like, it sounds like you're going to have a lot of good financial luck, but at the same time, your mind is going to kind of dwell back into some areas that, maybe you need to dwell in there, and maybe you need to release it. Maybe using the moon phases will be a good time for that, because remember, new moon to full moon is when you request. Full moon to new moon is when you release, okay? To give it out there. Give it back to the universe. Don't hold on to it anymore, because this is kind of that holding on to some energies. Maybe there's a there's a marriage that has broken up, and and now you're kind of like, reflecting back. You're kind of sad that it broke up. You're like, this isn't what I wanted. But the thing is, it did break up, and it's like, I'm using that as an example. I'm not saying it's happening now, but I'm using that as an example. And now you need to put it to rest. How's that? You need to put it to bed. Now, this is great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. And that one was the reversed one, so be aware of that. The next, release. Okay, we were just talking about this. Archangel Azrael, release the negative, release, that full moon, the 15th through the 30th, release what's holding you back, okay? Relinquish what doesn't serve you anymore. Give it up, and so that you can move forward. So this is a month of you actually, it's really this is an emotional and intellectual type of you thinking things through, you coming up with, where do I want to be with my future. But the thing that's so interesting is you don't have to necessarily worry about money during this time, which is a worry, which is one thing you don't have, that you shouldn't have to worry about. But again, it's kind of like, I just feel, this, like, I've reached this age, and I planned on growing old with this person, and I know I'm just using this as an example, and there's this sadness, and maybe you have to go through it, but the thing is, I keep thinking you go through, you do release it, but then I think you keep taking it back, and and then you release it, and then you take it back, and I'm hoping that if you keep taking it back, that it's getting lighter, and that it's getting easier, okay? Because it's this is what life is right now, and I don't want you to get into a perpetual circle of this. Now, with release, it says, but release is the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation. It's time to move on. Time to move on, okay? Stop staying in that past. It's time to move on. Yes, the past is what made you who you are, and it has made you stronger than you ever probably wanted to be, but it is the past, and it's time for you to move on. Okay, please. And I do think that from that full moon to the end of August, that will be a good time for you. I think that will. So use that time. So now, my Geminis, let's see, anything else? What else can you tell my, what else can we tell my Geminis? What else? Let's go ahead and cut these cards and see what we have. I'm sorry I'm sorry that this is sad for you, whatever that sadness was. But again, the worry of money is not, I don't feel a big worry of money. Okay, next card. Okay. Reversed, that means strong message. One, new beginnings. Awareness. Now, with awareness is, what did we talk about? Spiritual transformation. This is you working with the higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine. This is you coming in contact and you possibly going on a total spiritual journey, spiritual quest, spiritual, why am I here? Why did I have to go through such rough times? But this is that, not necessarily in anger or or in pain, but just like, I am really curious, how can I get past this moment? How can I move on? But again, this is connecting. Now this is that third eye. This is that strong intuition point. That is you making that connection. And again, I'm going to just go with this, I'm going to tell you that, from that, that full moon is a really good time for you to work with that. Even if you can't get out, I would say, like many of the full moons here, they've been covered. So you know what? You can still put it out there. Next card. Fertility. Something new is growing. Something new is coming. A new era, a new, this card, a time, it's time to move on. And here something is, but you still have to leave this. You have to acknowledge it, but then leave this in the background, okay? Because again, something new, the spiritual awareness, the spiritual creation, that's you, this new beginning, this new start. It's in its conception phase. It's not necessarily birthed, but it's coming. You are entering into a very good, growing, strong phase, okay? So be aware of it and try to work with that energy. Next card and last card of this. And again, this is reversed, and here is the third eye chakra. And that is what I was telling you right there, okay? That is one of the chakras. These are your energy points. Now, you have energy points all over your body, but these are your main ones. And this is your intuition. This is your divine hearing, okay? This is those little things that you go, oh, wait a minute. This is when you're told, when you're going to turn right and they say, no, go straight, okay? And you go, okay, I'm going to listen. And so here we have this. The first card here was, again, awareness. And here we have, so this is, again, work, there's a lot of things on YouTube. There's a lot of things out there on the web. Third eye, I'm not going to say for you to go on YouTube and do some of the sound waves, because I can't validate those. And I'm not saying, I can't validate that these are positive for you. So, but the thing is, you can do some self-study, you can do some meditation, you can do some, just sitting there being quiet and thinking about what it is. And, and then, start working with that. So this is a time of, so maybe the first couple of weeks are going to be where you're really kind of getting ready to let go of the sadness that's been holding you. And then you're going forward, you're going into more of a spiritual transformation time, more of a reconnecting with, again, that greater creator. So, it's a really interesting reading for you. It doesn't always mean that it's easy. So please know that new journeys, especially on a spiritual level, are not always easy. So be aware of that. But they can be extremely rewarding. And you do have choices. You can say no. But I'll tell you, when you say no, sometimes it'll back off, but then it comes back again. So let's go on and see. But this is for our August. But again, this is about clearing. This is about starting over. This is about, again, that clearing spaces, clearing the field, if this was more of our spring in the northern hemisphere, I'd be saying, like, you're tilling the soil again and you're going to start planting, because that's the kind of energy this is for you. Next card, and this is our advice. Here we go. Courage. Be strong. Now, this is a little flower that's growing in stone, and it could be trampled on. It could be, but courage. Be strong. Have faith. Have that connection. Draw on your friends. Draw on your, that inner spark. Draw on that intuition, that third eye, and keep strong. Okay, next card. Possibilities. The eagle up there is looking at all these possibilities. There is so much awaiting you So many things. And I love the fact that this money that you're coming into this career, successful time with your career or successful time with money, confidently accept the opportunities. It's like the doors are opening for you. You just have to have you just have to have the courage to walk through them and to let some of that past go away, okay? And to start integrating Gemini back with Gemini, okay? Last card. Oh, and also too with this one, the sun, I would say that the sun is rising. It could be setting, but I would say it's rising. Okay, last card here, the burden. Throw it off. Throw it off. That to me goes back to this sadness, this thing that you take out every so often, this worry, this sadness that you take off every so often and you revisit it. When you are able to, please let it go, please. So you've got your reading for August is kind of a mix between going forward, that the opportunities are open for you to go forward, but some part of you doesn't want to necessarily leave that past behind. So, I want to kind of put my hands behind you and kind of do a little bit of a push, but I also want to, again, re-emphasize to you, please get to that point where you meditate. Now, meditation, there are things on YouTube, and, there's some good meditation apps out there too. But that's just kind of like, to me, a lot of times it's just closing my eyes and just me having a mental or sometimes even a verbal conversation with, again, greater power, higher power, voice of the universe, archangels, guardian angels, whoever that is. That's just talking. That could be talking. It could be stilling the mind too. Sometimes you have to still the mind before you can, carry on that conversation. But it's not as hard as that people think it is. Sometimes it's just stilling the body and then just having that good conversation. So you've got a lot of things going on. Not necessarily so much tangible, except that King of Earth is like, and then, release, and then we have the fertility saying there's new opportunities coming to you, new stuff coming to you. You just have to get your mindset and everything ready to go into that, okay? And to accept them. So, my Geminis, as always, know that you are loved and be blessed. Bye-bye.